grab your tea, have a seat, and sip on this. Okay, so today's lesson 105, is debunking how curiosity did not kill that cat. At least not this one. Meow. We're going to discuss a few things. One, we're going to debunk this old proverb that needs to be updated. Two, we're going to explore its true meaning. And three, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and encourage you to continue to discover and play. It's okay to be a little childish, well, childlike. So today's lesson was actually inspired by 14-year-old Naya Ellis, who invented something called Wing It, which is a stroke detecting device. She initially is a part of a program where they were encouraged to experiment and create these inventions because she has an interest for science, medicine, and helping her family, which I thought was commendable. Shout out to Naya. Growing up, I've always been told to stay out of grown folks' business. That's none of your concern. All of the iconic Black phrases that we grew up, if you were a part of the community, you grew up hearing and saying and probably passing along to your children. Curiosity killed the cat. I heard that all the time because I'm extremely curious. I want to know. I'm asking several questions. I'm sure my big sister can attest to this, the fact that I'm going to ask the question because I'm curious. I want to know. I'm not being nosy. I'm just curious. I want to know. I would like to know things because I find them interesting. Sorry. And I find people interesting. So yeah, I'm going to ask questions. Anytime I heard curiosity killed the cat, I'm like, will I die? And the reality is no. So let's start with the meaning of curiosity killed the cat. It's a proverb used to warn of the dangers of unnecessary investigation or experimentation. Unnecessary investigation. It implies that being curious can lead to danger or misfortune. Let's explore this phrase because that's not the entire phrase. And I never knew that. I always just heard curiosity killed the cat, period. The entire idiom reads, curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Let me say it again. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. To me, that means that after exploring and finding the things that you desired, you got what you needed and you didn't die. You didn't die, you lived to see another day. Without the entire phrase for context, kind of limits you from exploring and investigating and experimenting when you're told that this could potentially be dangerous if you continue to inquire. And as a child who had a very curious and inquisitive mind, that was tough for me. So a lot of times when I did have questions, I would just go try to find the information for myself. I wouldn't ask anyone else, especially not an adult, because it wasn't none of my business, it wasn't none of my concern. And I'm not faulting my family, my parents, anybody for telling me these things. These are just things that, they did because they had bigger adult things to worry about in the first place. But I guess for me, it did stifle my curiosity. I'm going to encourage in this lesson for us to truly discover and play and be curious and inquire. Now in the age of 2024, there is the internet. You don't have just Ask Jeeves. You got Google, you got hella search engines, you got TikTok, where we at right now. Be sure to follow, subscribe, and all the things. You have all these ways of getting information. So really go out and discover and play. Go to the museum, do something new, pick up a hobby, investigate on the movie that you were obsessing over. Just really explore and dive into the things that you find interesting. You never know what may come of that. So continue exploring. Don't let anyone allow you to feel like, one question is stupid or is none of your concern. If you're concerned about it, maybe there's a reason why you should explore that. I encourage you to be childlike and innocent. And you ever wonder why there are so many child geniuses and these kids who are making these discoveries and inventions? Is because they have no limits. They are really curious and they explore and they look into things because they just have that genuine curiosity. Don't lose that. Continue being curious, kitties. Now, what I do want us to take away from the phrase curiosity killed the cat is that too much worry leads to burden. If your questions and curiosity is coming in the form of worry and not genuine curiosity and just like inquisitiveness, and you're really more so just concerned about what this could be or what that could be, then that's when we have a problem. You're too curious, goddamn. Relax. Now we're getting into like anxiety and fear, where curiosity, that feeling should come from playfulness and love and exploration. There's something to take away from this, and there's a good word in every word. There's also, you know, the things that we can be more cautious of. And so I think that that's where my family or parents, wherever I learned that phrase, I think that that's where they were coming from with that. But on the other side of it, don't discourage the playfulness, don't discourage the exploration, don't discourage questions. If your kids are asking questions, answer them or give them, you know, my mom used to be like, go get them encyclopedias in the closet, and I would look it up if she didn't have the answer. And if you don't have the answer, it's okay, but don't deny your child the right to explore, the right to be playful, the right to be a child. And don't allow your adult or your inner child to not have the right to be a child, to explore, to be curious. Okay? So I gotta go and play. You got games on your phone? Comment when you learn something, okay? And I'll see y'all next Thursday, sippas. Oh. Whoa.